Alright, as you can clearly see, today's date is September 16th, Sunday, 9:49 a.m., and my name is Leslie Williams. And I'm making this particular video file in order to be able to help people understand that this is being predicted right now. In the next 60 calendar days, we're going to see if any problems transpire concerning either my Social Security direct deposit in my bank account, or Social Security putting me up for another review, or them taking away my Social Security, using the excuse that they sent me review papers, and as a result of me not getting them, they took me off of Social Security. And why do I make these type of, what is the motivation behind the nature of these statements? Well, see, in organized gang stalking expeditions, I got to make this as fast as possible because I'm running out of memory on this video card. In organized gang stalking expeditions, what they do is try and steer a target to environments they control in order to be able to exploit the target and to apply for federal benefits in a target's name, or to take over existing benefits that a target might already have. Now, if a target like me who's whistleblowing about what they're doing towards me, using their employment descriptions to do so, what they're going to do is escalate their tactics and methods as much as possible while trying to make it appear like normal appearing mishaps, and as a result of using the target whenever they can in reference to, like, say if I'm applying for CalFresh, which is food stamps through the state of California, what they're going to try and attempt to do, if I move from this hiking area to another one in San Diego County, what they're going to try and attempt to do is state that I'm engaging in fraudulent behavior because I'm moving from zip code to zip code within San Diego County. But here's another thing they might attempt to do. Right now, they're trying to say that I'm eligible for food stamps while the process of eligibility is still being processed. But they're stating that I can use a food stamp card that's already been given to me with benefits on it, $18 a month. Now, I believe, see, to them it's a shuffle game, a shell game, where they try and get you to believe a certain thing, get you to act on what they're trying to get you to believe, and then once you act on it, they turn around and say, Leslie, you shouldn't have used your food stamp card because you weren't found totally eligible yet. You were still in the eligibility process in reference to reviewing your eligibility. But yet they try and get you to use your food stamps by saying that you are eligible for that right now. Yeah, see, what they do is tell you two things: that you're already eligible by giving them to you, but yet on the forms it says that your eligibility process is still being, eligibility application is still being processed. This is done to get you to use the food stamp card so they can then turn around and find you ineligible, and as a result you have to pay back what you used. Yeah, and while all this is going on, while they're waiting for you to use the food stamp card to then turn around and say you shouldn't have used it, they take away your Social Security, which means you would not have the money to repay back what you used on the food stamp card, which means that they would, as a result, you would never be able to receive future food stamp benefits until those benefits that you used were paid back. So what do you do to eat in between? This is where the individuals come along your route and try to get you involved in prostitution. Yeah, and then because you got to eat, so that you think to yourself, well, I can't get food stamps, and how am I going to eat? You try to panhandle, but then they use the homeless people who are already panhandling to harass you. They'll create incidences along your routes where you're trying to panhandle. Yeah, using security guards of businesses, using homeless people to stage these incidences, blame you for them, then call the police come out and arrest you. This is all about steering you to other locations in order to be able to try and brain and train you for prostitution. And then you think to yourself, well, I gotta eat. I have no money, I gotta eat. I have no food stamps, I gotta eat. You think that, I'll get with this guy, he's offering me money, very casually and politely and nicely. He tries to bargain with you to put the idea in your head that you can do this. That's a neural pathway that's being created as a result of these conscious deliberations and any resulting motor cortex associated behaviors that are associated to the thinking. Once that neural pathway is created, they identify and mark it using remote neural monitoring and can stimulate it back into current consciousness for any man they bring along your path on any date, while they continue to keep the social services, food stamps away from you. My name is Leslie Williams, and this is the literal tactics and methods of organized gang stalking that they literally use. So let's see if my Social Security is taken away from me within the next 60 to 90 to 120 days. And today's date is September 16th, 2012, and I'm making these predictions now. California. It's organized crime within the system. They're involved in human sexual servitude rings, human trafficking rings, prostitution rings, racketeering of all kinds, like you would not believe. And that's where the Social Security comes in, where they take over custody of your Social Security check or take away your Social Security, and then once they get a hold of you, reapply for it in your name. They exploit your Medicare, and then they exploit you sexually. It's organized gang stalking and organized crime within the system, and I'm exposing it, and I'm predicting it now as of today's date. Look in the comments feature of this YouTube video for cooperative material in reference to what I have already stated. Thank you.